Hi everybody, I'm Julie Matheny. I'm a speech pathologist and IBCLC lactation consultant, and today I want to talk about a flange fitting. So one of the big things that I do on all my breastfeeding consultations, in person and even virtually, is a pump flange fitting. The size flange that comes standard with your pump is most likely too big. So today I actually want to show you what I would do in your lactation consultation to make sure that we have a good breastfeeding fit of that flange for you. And I'm going to use this awesome silicone breast model from Lactation Hub as my model. Okay, so I'm going to turn my pump on. Now I have the suction really high on this pump just so you can see the silicone move. I would not want you to have the pump this high, but I'm going to talk you through what I'm looking for when I'm doing a pump flange fitting, and you'll really be able to see it with the suction all the way up. So don't suck the brains out your own nipples, but I can because this nipple doesn't feel any pain, okay? All right, so when I'm starting, this is a 24. This is what comes with the pump. When I put this on, what you can see this air pocket every time the pump releases the suction. That's called snapback. That's what I call snapback. Every time your breast snaps back from the suction, that is what will cause pain, damage, sometimes trauma to your nipple at the base of the nipple and areola. This can also contribute to collapsing your milk ducts, which can lead to plug ducts and mastitis. So if you are using a flange and you see an air pocket here, that is too big. It is the wrong size flange. We need to adjust, okay? Now I can kind of smoosh this nipple in, but what you can also see is there's a lot of airspace around this nipple. This 24 is way too big. So if I saw you in office, I would first try to guesstimate or measure the diameter of your nipple. So this nipple measures about 15 millimeters. So this is a 16 millimeter flange. This is a crater flange. So I would try this next. Do you see how now you have, now this is a silicone boob, it doesn't respond as well as a human boob, but you see how I've eliminated the snapback? And now we just have that nipple in and out of the tunnel. This is a better size. This nipple is probably a 15 or a 16. Now we just have nipple in that tunnel. There's a little tiny bit of snapback on the 16. So I would try this person in a 15 next. Or I could also go back to my original 24 flange and pop in a flange insert. This is a 15 millimeter flange insert. So I'm going to then try this on my breast model. And look at that, just nipple is in and out of that tunnel, and there's no snapback. So this is an option. This person could try the 15 flange insert or a 15 hard plastic flange and say which one they feel more comfortable in, because we want a good fit, meaning just the nipple in and out of the tunnel. We don't want that nipple free floating with a lot of space, and we don't want snapback. So once we find the right diameter, now we're trying different types of flanges to see what feels most comfortable to that person's anatomy. A lot of people find silicone inserts because they have a little compression to be more comfortable than hard plastic, but some people prefer hard plastic depending on the size and shape of their breast. The next one I'm going to try, my favorite, is the Lactech Baby Motion flange. So this is a 15. So I'm going to pop my silicone flange on. Now with silicone flanges, I like to roll it back. Get a nice deep nipple, just like you're putting on a nipple shield or a haka, and roll it on. Now look at that. No snapback, and just the nipple in and out of that tunnel. So this is a good fit. This breast has a 15 millimeter flange size nipple. This is the majority of the nipples that I see. 15, 17, 19 are the most common that I see in my practice. So then it's up to this individual patient whether they prefer the 15 hard plastic, the 15 insert, or the 15 Lactech, knowing that there are a bunch of different products on the market. You have your crater flange, You have your traditional flange, pano flanges, silicone flanges. There's all kinds of different options in that same size range. It's like finding a bra. A 36D at Victoria's Secret is not a 36D at Frederick's or Target or REA or wherever you buy your bras. And each brand has their own width and number of hooks and where the strap is placed and whether it's a full or a semi or a demi, right? So it's the same concept when you're finding the correct pump flange. You're finding the size and then you're playing with the material until you find the one that fits well, only nipple in and out of the tunnel, that feels comfortable, no pinching, stabbing pain, your nipple doesn't come out black or blue or white, that functionally empties your milk. You feel like it actually moved your milk during that pump session and didn't leave milk behind, which can increase your risk of a dropping supply, plug ducts, or mastitis. So that is exactly how I would do a pump flange fitting with you. I would bring all the different sizes and all the different types of flanges, and we would try them until we find what feels comfortable to you. Okay? Now you know.